beer tubers, and welcome back to another edition of the Master of Hoppets beer reviews. Today's beer is going to be the last of the historic ales from Scotland, from the Heather Ales Brewery, or the brewery is really called the Williams Brothers Brewery, but this section of beers is named Heather Ales. The last beer is going to be from this mix pack, gift pack, is going to be the Ebulum, I think it's called, Elderberry Black Ale on 6.5% alcohol in a 33 centiliter bottle or 11.2 ounces. I got some info here from the brewery in the pamphlet. Ebulum Elderberry Black Ale, introduced to Scotland by Welsh Druids in the 9th century. Elderberry Black Ale was part of the Celtic autumn festivals, when the elders would make this strong ale and pass the drink round the people of the village. This recipe was taken from a 16th century record of domestic drinking in the Scottish Highlands. Elderberries were used for many natural remedies to cure sciatica, other forms of neuralgia, influenza, and rheumatism, as they contain tannins and fruit oils. Ebulum is made from roasted oats, barley, and wheat, boiled with herbs, then fermented with ripe elderberries. And yeah, it's on 6% ABV, 6.5% ABV, and should be good with stewed and baked foods. And the elderberries are harvested in Scotland in late September until October. And the thing about this brewery is very small, and all the ingredients they actually hand-pick themselves in the Scottish Highlands, and that is really, really cool. But let's get this Elderberry Black Ale cracked open, the last of the bunch. Yeah, the color on it is black, and there's actually not any light coming through at all. It is very, very dark black, which I didn't expect at all. Stout black, actually. I expected it to get some light reddish notes, but I don't at all. It's all black. Maybe a bit of reddish notes when you look at the head, but yeah, quite black. And the head is like a roasty, creamy type of espresso looking head. Looks nice. Let's check out the aroma on this elderberry ale. Yeah, this smells like a stout, like a sweet stout maybe, like a sweet stout. Some rich type of roasted malt. Fruitiness from the elderberries, definitely. It smells really like lactose type of aroma, like it's going to be really, really creamy. Slight amount of that fruitiness. Some slightly grainy note as well, and chocolate, a bit of chocolate on there as well. It smells really nice. It smells like a stout actually. Let's give this ale a try. The body on it is very, very light, but still quite complex tasting, which is really nice. First stout type beer. I know it's a traditional ale brewed because it's brewed to a traditional recipe, but you definitely get that roasted malt and that creamy type of texture. It's also quite dry, but that creaminess is probably from the oats they've used, because usually when you brew beer with oats, you get this creamy type of texture, which is nice. Yeah, the roasted malt is up front along with that elderberry. It's a really sweet, fruity type of elderberry you get in the flavor. It's like the first initial sip you take is the elderberry, then it goes into more roasted, creamy note. Yeah, very fruity in the beginning, and then turns into this roasted along with some chocolate actually. Especially in the aftertaste, there's a decent amount of chocolate. You don't get like a lot of coffee or something like that you would get in some beers. It tastes like a sweet stout to me actually, a bit like a sweet stout, just with a very fruity note as well. Yeah, that's basically it. You get maybe a slightly hoppy note as well, or just like, but it's actually really tasty. reminds me just a lot of a sweet stout. I would have expected it to be not as stout-like. It is still quite slightly different because of the addition of elderberry, but the flavor sort of reminds me of. I reviewed the Dark Horse Trace, which was brewed with blueberries. Sort of reminds me of that. Just the taste is elderberry and not blueberry, and it's not as complex, though it's still very nice there. Yeah, very nice. I like how it has this complexity to it in the flavor, but the aroma or the body is still so light. That's very nice. Yeah, rating wise, I think I'm gonna give this an 82. I think this is a really good beer, and so far this is actually the best. So the best I think was this one, and then the Alba, and then the Frag, and then the Grosset. This is definitely the one you would want to seek out if you could get a hold of it. Oh, yeah, it almost actually in the first sip has a sort of like a salty type of flavor, which was slightly strange, but this was really good, I think. Would love to try the Kelpie, but currently I don't get that, which is brewed with seaweed. That might be quite salty. But yeah, that's it for this beer, you guys. An 82 for the Ebulum Black Ale, Elderberry Black Ale. The best, I think, of the Heller Ales from the Williams Brothers. And yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think of this beer if you've had it. I think it was pretty good. And yeah, remember to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and check out my older videos and all that stuff, guys. And I want to say cheers, and I'll see you in yet another beer review.